Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Starfield Raw. This is episode number 53. 1 year and one episode. I am Joe the Widget, and right, Archon is out tonight. He's got previous engagements, and Rook still hasn't got his schedule thing figured out. But Rook did do a recording, a pre-recording that I'll play for you guys later on in the episode. But thankfully, my co-host Kilo's here.
I am here. I have arrived. Have no fear, for I is here. And we got some cool stuff to talk. I'm really excited to get into Joe's playthrough for this week. Actually, he's got a lot of cool stuff there.
Interesting stuff. I don't know about cool, but it's definitely interesting.
Right. And what else? Oh, we're going to talk about our character sheet, like our character stats and stuff this week.
Yep. We got a lot of cool stuff around Discord. I asked, and you all provided some good content for us to talk about tonight. So we'll get into that later on in the show. Like, the character sheet's going to take us forever to do. There's so much to do in it. If it was more than two of us, it'd be the entire episode. But
pretty much.
Yeah. One of our listeners did post a bunch of his character sheet stuff. We're going to get into that. Good old Mossy.
Yeah.
But first, let's get into these gameplays, man. It's another week.
Yeah, sure. Hey, it's just me and you. You want to go first for once?
Wow, really? I'm so used to not going first.
Why not?
All right, why not?
Consider it a treat. Yep, spoil yourself.
Treat yourself. You guys know where that's from. It's one of the best shows ever.
Parks and Rec, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Parks and Rec and The Office, man. I absolutely adore those shows.
Yes, I know. Me too. Absolutely.
The Office way more, but yeah. Anyway, I finished the UC questline.
Yeah. Okay.
Forgive me, my voice is going in and out tonight. These allergies are terrible. I finished the questline, and I did spare Victus like I said I was going to do. This Victus dude.
Okay.
And I started doing his kill missions, his assassination missions, just to see if there was a story, some kind of minor story to it. But after doing about 5 of them, there is no discernible story. So I thought the last time I did it, there was a little bit of a story that he was talking to me about. But this time, it's nothing. Oh, here's a data sheet. You'll find your target information there. You go and you kill it. It's just a named, actually very weak named character that they plop in the middle of one of those random bases somewhere on a different planet.
Oh, okay. So it's like a mission board.
Yeah, it's just like that. But the whole purpose is to go kill them. So it really no different than the kill ones or the dead or alive ones from Trackers Alliance.
See, that's just another. It's another place they could still bring in more stuff, though. Okay, because how about it? Because we talked about this before. Aegis. What about an Aegis versus Victus situation, like Jason Bourne kind of weird situation? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like something like that would be cool. But
see, one of the things I loved, that I was involved in the creation of, but one of my favorite things about Skyrim was the Dark Brotherhood.
Yes.
The whole ESO lore is the Dark Brotherhood. Even in Elder Scrolls Online, they do a really good job with the Dark Brotherhood. It's one of my favorite things. And large part of me was really hoping for at least a little bit like that. A little bit of story arc to it.
That'd been awesome.
But yeah. Like reasons why I'm taking these people out, why they have to be eliminated.
Right. Other than just,
here's a name, go kill them.
Right.
One of them though, I was able to take out my target without ever entering the base. I drew them out, every one of them, and just sniped them one after. I wish I would have videoed it because it was awesome. Took out the 7 walking around guys. I was up on a mountain, probably a good 500 or 600 yards or more away, just looking down at this base, just sniping them. And then there was this gas container outside of one of the exits, so I shot that, blew up, and suddenly all of them came pouring out, including the name guy. So it was just picking them off, one at a one.
That's amazing.
One at a time. They just, big pile of bodies right at the exit.
That's awesome. I love that. I wish you would have got video on that. That sounds great.
I was kicking myself over that because that would have been so fun. That was like one of my prime examples of my sniping ability right there. I don't think I missed a shot. There's plenty of times where I'll go in and I'll miss plenty of shots, like 3 or 4, which is plenty to me. But still, I mean, that was just one of my sweet moments. Okay, so here's where this gets interesting. I got 3 more Astra, so I went over to go turn them in and save scum to get a legendary something.
Right.
So the first try it was a pack. I wrote down a small portion of what went on here. You guys see the pattern here. First one was a pack. Second one was a helmet. Third one was a shotgun. I don't use shotguns. Another one was a mag shot. I don't use mag shots. Elemental negotiator. That one was tempting, but I decided not to. I got an auto riveter. No. All useless to me for my build. Completely useless. Then I got an assassin's combat knife. an Orion, a helmet, a pack, a spacesuit, a
Oh
negotiator,
my god.
Orion. I got a Bridger that I was tempted to take on, but no, because it had a bleed effect, so that would be worthless what I'm trying to do with them.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's okay.
Spacesuit, knife, helmet, knife, sword, rip
Whoa.
shank, spacesuit. That was the first set. And then I went on for a
Oh
total
my
of
god.
78 tries.
78.
78. And there was one stretch where I had 8 spacesuits in a row.
Man.
And it was just
Wow.
suit, knife, pack, and it was crazy. But on the 73rd try, something miraculous happened that made me almost pee myself. A legendary
Okay.
hard target came up.
Oh, dude.
I've never seen one in game. They're a myth to me. But
Oh
then I
man,
looked
that's
at it.
awesome.
Well, I looked at it and I started crying. It was bashing.
Why?
It was a bashing hard target. It was
What?
useless. It was 100%
Oh
useless.
my. Oh my god.
Yeah, I
That
posted a picture of it in our Discord because I was just dying inside.
legendary, legendary bad luck. Like it
Yeah,
is a supernatural phenomenon at this point.
I used to do live stream a lot
Oh
on
my.
Twitch, and I would do
Yeah.
Hearthstone on it, and people would literally come in to watch me just to see how bad my luck was today. That's the whole purpose
This
they come
is,
in. I build these decks where I could win in 7 different ways, and not a single way would ever come up.
oh
The odds of
man.
that happening are extraordinarily low, but every time it's painful. I have a good luck
Astronomical.
charm on my desk.
Astronomical.
I have a good luck charm on my bracelet, and none of it helps.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that
but
was the universe giving you the middle finger right there.
it
That's
was,
what
and I
that
knew
was.
it. I called it too. The first hard target I'm ever going to get legendary is going to be useless. It's going to either have
Yep.
bashing or space adept or both.
There you go. Son
On
of a bitch.
the 76th time though, a old Earth hunting rifle popped up legendary, and it actually had really good stats. I was
Okay.
tempted to keep trying, but I was at that point I was just tired of it. So
Right,
I hung
right.
on to it, and I modified it, and I figured I'll keep it as a secondary sniper rifle for like mid-range shots.
I'm surprised you went on as long as you did, man.
It's so frustrating.
At least you got something out of it.
I knew eventually my odds had to eventually kick in where I got
Right,
something halfway usable, and I did. I
right.
mean, the old Earth hunting rifle, they have a lot less damage than a hard target, but they also carry like
Yeah.
20 rounds. So
Oh,
mid-range
okay.
shooting, you can pick them off pretty easily. It might take me a couple more shots, but I got this
Right, but
one
you got
has Furious on it, so each
oh, okay.
consecutive hit
Oh,
does more
nice.
damage, which is great. Lacerate, so there's a
Nice.
bleed
That's
effect.
great for that weapon.
Yeah, and concussive. So I figured that
Yeah.
was a really good set trio. So I put armor piercing on it and high powered. So the base damage is around 215. With my modifiers, it goes to 7 or set between 7 and 900 a shot, depending on where I crit.
It's not bad.
So on extreme, that's probably 2 or 3 shots, depending on the level.
Still not bad.
No, and with a 20 round magazine, no problem.
I've never used any of the old Earth stuff.
They're fun.
So, yeah.
The pistols are great. They're stupid powerful, and they can be modded up like crazy. My only biggest complaint with the older sniper rifle is the fact, or hunting rifle, it is what it actually was called, is
Yeah.
that you can only modify 3 things on it. Very limited modifications.
Oh, okay.
You can put a
I will be
laser on it, you can change the
yeah.
rounds, and you can do the internals.
See, that's not something I've dived into yet, but
Well, me and my rifles, man, I dive into all of
oh yeah,
them. I
absolutely.
know
Yeah, sure.
everything I can modify.
I would be surprised if that was not the case.
You know, there's this shop, the mineral shop in Aquila City, and there's a really
Yeah.
cute NPC that runs it, Alejandra. So
Oh,
every time I go in there, I wind up
yeah.
flirting with her. So Andrasia gets really pissed off, and it's a whole thing. I mean, I have a type.
Obviously.
If you look at them, they're not
Oh,
too
that's
dissimilar.
funny. That's wait. So are there dialogue options with Alejandra that actually say flirt, or is it just the
No,
dialogue
I
choices?
wish. It's just the dialogue choices, and then
Oh man.
the RP brain of mine gets in, and because Andrasia always looks like she's ticked off every time we leave that place. Eh,
It is.
they need to, if they had options to, romance her, I probably would be a toss up between her and Andrasia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Who's
I'll
the one
just
over at
alternate you guys every other universe.
exactly, everybody gets a turn. Who's the woman? I don't know, she always reminds me of Cole Kidman or something. Aquila City. You got Emerson's, and then right by the Rock, there's that one gun shop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing a complete blank on her name.
I was actually in there, and I was thinking right after I went and did I had to get the minerals I needed for my sniper rifle, and I went into that gun shop. And I was thinking, yeah, she's kind of cute, but not my type. So I know exactly who you're talking about, and I can't remember her name either.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's the Teo astroneering salesperson in Neon.
This is going to be a
That's
weird
another
episode. I
one.
can feel it already.
Yeah,
But there's that lady, the first shop in New Atlantis when you first get off the spaceport. It's that general store right there.
General Mercantile
Yeah,
or Jemison Mercantile.
Jemison. That
Yep,
lady in there
yep,
is kind of
no,
cute too.
yep. That's another cutie. Yeah.
I mean, if you're into
Okay,
blondes,
well, if you're into,
I'm into brunettes. What can I say? Dark hair. It's my thing,
yeah, well, Baskin Robbins over here. Variety is the spice of life.
right? Sometimes I hate being single. Anyway, I did 2 temple runs, and I
Okay.
stopped myself when I was almost done with the second one. Like, why in all that is holy am I doing this when we're about to have vehicles?
What do you mean? Like, why? Why
Why am
wouldn't
I
you do it just
wasting
because
my
you're?
time right now running to these temples when I'm about to get vehicles in the near future? And I'll
Oh,
just be able to
gotcha.
drive
Okay.
to them.
There. Well, that's true. But you can't Superman dash if you're driving.
True. I'm wondering if I
Yeah.
can, like, if you have the option to jump out of your vehicle and Superman dash,
Oh, that would be awesome.
superhero style. Yeah, that'd be
Like
amazing.
some modded GTA stuff.
Speaking of vehicles, might as well just segue right into this. But there was this leaked video, and I'm using leaked in air quotes, about
Yeah.
someone driving a supposed vehicle in Starfield. Again,
Yeah.
you have to take this with a huge, huge grain of salt. For one, it's almost impossible to get video out of Bethesda studios like that, and that's all internal. So they'd have to figure a way to get it out. They monitor all network traffic. So
Right.
the odds of them actually getting that out and keeping their job are slim to none.
Right. Like, I mean, even if you plug a USB into one of their computers, it's got to
Oh, it's
like
monitored.
send off a
It's
signal or
monitored
something.
completely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, those
yeah, I don't
testers
know.
try to get away with a lot. I remember working in the industry, and the testers would try to get away with a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, even if you look at the video, like, it looks like the vehicle is going way too fast for the terrain, too. That's
Yeah,
something I picked up on right away. I'm like,
yeah,
that doesn't
it
look
didn't
right.
fit correctly. So if this is an
Yeah.
actual leak, it's probably early version, but I'm leaning heavily towards not being actual in-game footage. So I
Yep.
think someone was just trying to get some internet clout. AI, what can you do?
I mean, yeah, we'll do it.
But I do know that we are going to get the vehicle update. It's going to be in the next big update. I can't reveal my
Yeah.
sources, but I do know it's going to happen. We do not know when, because of course Bethesda is keeping a tight lip. However, you mentioned this. I brought it up on last week, but
Yeah.
or on Raw and Nerdy actually too. Not Con. They did
Yeah.
announce that they did announce Shattered Space is a featured title. And Bethesda actually has
Yep.
4 showcases going on during this event. And that's happening August
It's
21st. Yeah,
August 21st.
that's the first day.
Yeah. 6 a.m. your time, 9 a.m. my time.
So keep in mind, Bethesda is doing this 4 days in a row. They may not give us the Starfield stuff on the first day, but I have a strong feeling they're going to say, like they've been doing lately, is, hey, your update is out now. You can download it in an
Right.
hour.
Right.
It's going to have the vehicles. It's going to have this, and this. Oh, by the way, this is the Shattered Space release date. So it's all going to
Right.
happen during Gamescom, because Gamescom is the biggest gaming convention in the world. It's taken over what E3 used to be.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
Bethesda
It's
has a
great.
very strong presence in Gamescom this year, and I think it has a lot to do with Starfield. And I have other predictions going on that they're going to announce Elder Scrolls 6. They're going to give us a time frame, not a release date, but a time frame of release.
Oh, that would be nice.
If that happens, we have been talking, me and other hosts, and I haven't talked to you yet about it, but you're also invited, about doing an Elder Scrolls podcast,
Okay.
depending on the release date of it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
in the
We'll talk.
talks.
We'll talk about it. I had some other ideas I want to bring up too, but we're not gonna do that on air.
Yeah, that's behind the scenes stuff we take care of.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So anyway,
Oh,
expect that on
real quick.
Gamescom.
I apologize. Nixter 3000 put up a actual picture of the schedule for GamesCon, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to say thank you to him for that because that made my job a lot easier today. So thanks for putting that up
Yeah.
there.
Something I was planning on bringing up on the show today because it was a big deal. We talked about it on Raw and Nerdy. Me and Archon
Yep.
did, and I have no doubt in my mind that we're gonna get a release date of Shattered Space, exact date, and it's not gonna be far.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might get this update, which is gonna probably hit either just before or right at Gamescom, and then probably two to 4 weeks after Shattered Space is gonna release.
Did you keep our predictions written down somewhere?
I did
Our
not.
predictions for when it
I
was
thought I
supposed
did,
to.
but I
Oh,
couldn't find it.
oh.
I have to go in the episode and look, see who wins the
Hey,
massive
our
$0.
audience knows. Our audience has proven they know everything that
Yeah.
is Starfield Raw. So if you guys can let us know our little betting pool about when Shattered Space was going to drop, it was a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Let us know in the Discord.
Yeah, just drop it in Discord so we know. You guys can drop your own predictions and be a part of it. The other thing I did on my gameplay was I started to do the Crimson Fleet.
Okay.
That's number 3 out of 4 because I'm doing the whole good guy full 100% playthrough, which made me think that once I complete this, after I see what everything looks like from doing a complete good guy, I've seen it all before, but in bits and pieces,
Yeah.
never all at
Right.
once. I want to do the complete opposite on New Game Plus 11, which is my next one. I want to go
Okay.
complete
Yeah.
bad guy, 100% everything, and see what the difference is.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe
Definitely like
I'll record the end so I know of a comparison point.
yeah, absolutely. No, you absolutely should. And I'm curious about that too because, well, there's some stuff that has recently released on creations I'll talk about later, but they're making it really hard to play good guy lately. They've given us so much to play with and be bad guys. But
That was it for my game. That's all I was thinking. Is like I'm gonna do that next new game. I'm gonna go bad guy and see what happens, which will probably
heck
be
yeah,
during Shattered Space. I don't know if I haven't decided if I'm gonna get this playthrough done before Shattered Space or keep it because I want to do go through it with Andrasia. So I'm probably gonna have to wait till after Shattered Space.
yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, we don't even know. I mean, we don't necessarily know the nature of Shattered Space as far as is it like the UC Crimson Fleet quest line where you can side with either side, or
Well, we do
like
know it is
what is it?
Varun based. We're going to the Varun homeworld. We're going to the Varun
Oh,
city.
right.
So I out of just curiosity, I want to see what Andrasia is going to be like if she's with you during this, and if
Yeah.
she's married to you. If it's going to change anything.
Right, right. Yeah, I didn't think about that before too. I'd be interested to see that. Oh, wow. Well, I uh I didn't have as big of a week, mostly because I had to do a bunch of playing around with mods again.
Again.
Again? Yeah. Well, I still getting that the stripes glitch. I thought maybe that it was connected to the some of the clothing mods that I was using. So I ended up going through and like wiping all those out.
See, at the end of the show, I'm
Save
going to
shut.
start putting Rook explored, Kilo fought with mods.
That's pretty much yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
that
work,
would
huh?
be it would be 100% accurate. That's what I do every freaking week, apparently. But then, dude, so I'm walking around my ship and I'm trying to. What I've been doing is I've been trying to get my crew in uniform, right? Like everybody wearing pretty much the same thing. And I come around this corner. I think I was like coming into the captain's quarters, and Cora is standing there in front of me, and she's like proportionally Cora is Cora, but she's adult height,
That
and it was super creepy. I'm
would
like,
be
all right,
really creepy.
that was listen. I got Amelia. I don't need Sam for piloting skills, so I sent both of them packing because that's just too weird to keep running into.
Yeah, that's a little creepy. I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah. Can I have some book money?
Next thing you go in your ship, she's
So
7 feet tall with a head that's like 5 times too big.
right, it's like a bad sci-fi movie.
And that image
But
of our contest winner would come into my head all the time.
what's that? The
The bloody corpse in the
oh the
background.
right. Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, so after I messed around with a bunch of mods, I did pick up a new one, which was they got a bunch of new paid mods that came out.
I haven't looked in a
And
while.
yeah, there's a good few of them. The one I picked up was the Freestar Militia or Freestar theme something. It's further down in the notes. It basically to reskin you can reskin UC armor as Freestar armor,
Oh,
which
okay.
I was really into because I love the UC the style of the UC spacesuits, but not the Freestar ones. Like I think the Freestar got the short end on that one. So I'm gonna take a look at the one I got was collection one. There's collection one, collection two. Collection two didn't. I don't know. Like I wasn't as impressed with the selection, but the collection two does include a reskin for the the hunter, the starborn armor, so you can reskin that as a free star because that's immersive.
Okay.
And yeah, so I got done messing around with my load order. I did some missions. I thought it was gonna be shipbuilding. I'm like, oh, I gotta build this ship. I did that the day after we last recorded, actually, and I put it up in my in the Discord with old blues song, boom, boom, boom. Because I just like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I remember seeing that.
she's bad. Boom, 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 boom. So it's just groovy. And
That's
so
totally
I end up
groovy,
I
dude.
it's totally groovy, man. I say groovy a lot, probably more than somebody who's, for somebody who's my age. Um, so I actually, well, I went to the Rangers quest line this week. I started that one again, just because it's like honestly my favorite. Uh, Especially the part at the end with the first. It's probably one of my favorite final missions. It's probably one of my favorite missions in the game, honestly, next to like Ground Pounder,
Hmm.
and it is absolutely brutal. And if for some reason, whatever, dear listener, if you have not, you know, gone and done that quest line yet, prepare yourself before you do. Make sure you're stocked up
I did
on
that on
med
extreme
kits and stuff.
on my last playthrough, and it was extreme.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Hmm.
I do it on normal and have a heck of a time
I
with
think
it, you
I
know?
died 7 or 8 times until I
Yeah,
started getting
me
clever
too.
with it, and
Yeah, you got to be slick. You got to use all those. You go through them caves. There's all those different. That's where the lock picking really comes into play. When you have to go through all those, you can go all those side doors and get around behind the enemy and stuff like that. Like you can really play it smart if you have the skills to do it. But I'm not there yet. I took one of the mission board missions. I had to go pop some captain, and I thought I was actually going to die in that one because I bust into this facility, lab, whatever it was, and I'm fighting these guys. I immediately catch fire right away. I'm on fire, and it
yeah,
was
that's
the
not good for your health, man. That is not groovy.
no, I don't recommend it. It is not groovy. But so I like I finally took that guy out and everything was fine. But yeah, he had this micro gun that had the like incendiary. So every time he shot me with it, I was catching fire. I blew through like probably 12 or 14 trauma packs. So, and then I went and I did the Wagoner farm,
Oh, okay, yep.
which yeah, so you have to
That
go down in the
part,
canyon.
that part was for me. That's like when I think about the Freestar quest line. That's the first thing that comes into my mind because it was the
Yeah,
thing, or taking out the very end of it where you have to deal with the last guy. I always
right.
forget about that pain in the neck part with the first.
Yeah, well, when I got through the canyon, I went through the canyon, and I think I think it's kind of cool. I kind of see where they're going with it, right? It feels like a western. You have to go
Yeah,
track down the dudes in the black hats, chasing them through a canyon and stuff like that. Like I get it,
Freestar
but
is very much like that frontier,
yeah,
the Wild
that's kind of
West
why
style.
that's kind of why I love them.
I get
You
that.
know, it really is.
UC is the
Uh,
futuristic society, like utopia
right,
society, and then you got well, the Freestar is actually split because then you got the Den of Sin, Neon,
right,
which is a part of
yeah,
Freestar, but when you go to Aquila, it's all Wild West. It just you they did a great job in nailing that aesthetic, and that
yeah.
quest line shows it.
Well, Aquila City is Firefly. Neon is Blade Runner.
Yeah, I would believe it
Sidonia
was
is
Firefly if they
totally
added more Asian influence in Aquila City. Then that would have been amazing.
okay. Yeah, well, you make a good point there. Yes, you make a good Garam point. But like so, it's like even without they're each planet kind of has their own mojo,
It's like
I guess.
they created
So
Freestar just to be like, let's just do whatever we want. We can't really fit anything specific like UC, so we're just gonna let's just experiment.
I guess so, but I mean the UC is the same way because there's a difference between New Atlantis and Sidonia. It's like it's like night and day, so
Oh, did you
maybe they
know?
just had like these
I
four
didn't.
ideas and then
Yeah, I didn't bring this up in the last episode. It was one of
what's that?
the facts that I forgot to put in, but they actually had a
Oh,
fourth city, and it was another city that was going to be in UC space, not the collapsed one, but it was going to be another large city. And I
okay.
don't remember what they said why they didn't put it in, but it got cut out a couple of months before release.
Oh,
They took
really?
out the entire city. So I'm thinking that they're probably going to re-release it if, once they fix whatever problems were with it as a part of an expansion.
Well, I definitely hope so.
Maybe because they didn't have enough quests or anything like that to really justify that city, so they probably pulled it out due to time frame. But
Right.
there was a
Yeah.
fourth major city.
I'll be damned. I don't know if Dr. Tiki is actually just playing or if he's waiting to be pulled up.
Yeah,
I,
we'll have to ask
so
him.
your call. Yeah.
We'll do that when we go around Discord.
So the other thing I discovered this week is that I think I'm actually going to have to start getting into crafting
Really?
because yes, well, your luck is apparently worn off on me because
That's a
I
bad
have
habit of doing that.
man, because I have been trying to find the same like DMR style Beowulf like I had last playthrough, and for the life of me, I do have a Beowulf, but it's just iron sights. It's
You
nothing
don't have
really
all the weapon
special.
mods unlocked? That's the first thing I did was get all those done.
I did
It,
no, I haven't
it's a
touched crafting
game
at all.
changer.
No, I take that back. I did crafting during that one. What was it? The quest line, the quest where you had to go into like the fishery and work for the fishery. That's all the crafting I've done.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. The
Oh,
crafting
please
in this
do.
game is a well hidden gem in this game because
Okay.
the only thing I haven't done is the suit modifications, but I've seen people that can, and their suits get literally 25-30% better than whatever default you
Okay.
get. The guns,
Huh.
massive game changer. Like my damage went from a 120 on my new rifle to a 213, plus better accuracy,
Oh.
better speed. It's a game changer.
Listen, I have no excuse because when I was playing Fallout 4, I was all about the gun crafting and everything like that. Um, I never really did much. No, I take that back. Skyrim was the same way. I was building my own weapons and stuff like that too. So I have no excuse for why I haven't already done this some 425 hours into my play.
You know, that brings up another point. Sorry, I'm just all over the place, but
No,
that's one thing I really
all
wish
good.
they did with this awesome crafting system was add more options. Like your guns,
Yeah,
you get maybe 3 or 4 options you can swap in and out, which is still great. You could really modify the gun how you want it, but if we had more scope variations, more sight variations, more internal modifications, that'd be amazing. But as they get
yeah,
on it, we want more,
that's
Ryder.
right. More, maybe a future update.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Anyway,
much it. That's pretty much my week. Yeah,
so yeah, you gotta get into that. Save up a lot of
I
materials
will.
because researching is going to cost you a fortune unless you cheat it.
Will do. Awesome.
Let's get into our character sheets. And
All
before
right.
we do,
Yeah.
though, before you and I get into it, I'm going to go ahead and play
Okay.
Rook's audio right now.
Great.
What's up, everybody? Rook here. It is early in the morning. I am doing this recording for y'all so that way I can say a part of Starfield Brawl. This week, I haven't really done much in Starfield other than exploring when I can because my hours are horrible and it's hard to fit game time in during the week. And I worked all weekend. So, but I explored. That's pretty much all I've been doing lately with Kaylin. It's been fun, as always. Um, I forgot what system I'm currently in. I've been running into a lot more random attacks from different people, and it is getting a little annoying. Every time I jump into a new system, or sorry, not a new system, but a new planet, there's some kind of combat going on, whether it be the Crimson Fleet, the Varun, or the Spacers. I don't know if I went to a system that is just highly active. This is the second system now that this has happened, so that can't be the case. It's interesting though because I get to test out my metal with my ship's dogfighting abilities, and I like to think I'm pretty good at it. It's awesome. I can't go toe to toe and try dogfighting where I try staying on their tail in their exhaust because I don't know, the ships just don't respond the way I would expect. It was easier to do that in Elite Dangerous than it is in this game. But the space combat is still fun. I still do find myself jumping past people. I do highly recommend people put points in their engine stats because boosting is very important for breaking locks. I did find out the reason why I'm locking onto enemy ships quickly with my targeting mode is because the tier I am in targeting mode makes it faster to target between each ship after you destroy one. So I do jump from target to target really quick. So I was told by Widget that they're going to discuss character sheets this week. And so me, being the idiot I am, didn't think about having everything set up and planned out with this crappy internet that I have at the hotel, and so I wasn't fully prepared. However, I do have my information and we will discuss it. Alrighty. So, my stats as they are. That's not the right screen. Trying to remember how to get to that screen. There we go. So, my character sheet. Let's see. I got my damage resistances, which are in the hundreds. Actually, my damage resistance right now with all three pieces of gear is higher than what suit you can get off the market. The Gravitas, yeah, mine's higher. It's all 320 or higher. And that's all his stuff. He likes being on land. Just so y'all are aware, he's a soldier background with Raise Universal, Dream Home, and Terra Firma. This is Kalen, my explorer I'm using right now. He's level 81. All right, under General, I've discovered 734 locations. I explored 1,263 locations. Uh, 322 days have passed in game. Because of trying to sell stuff, I've slept for 1,905 hours. I've also waited for 600. I've found 531,000. Wait, no, wrong. 5.3 million credits. And the most credits I've had at any time is 505,763. Yeah, nobody cares about containers looted. I've only found 28 magazines. Only succeeded 5 times for persuasions, but that's because I haven't done a lot of missions. Because he is playing on extreme, I've suffered 128 afflictions. And I've eaten a lot of food now that it's really easy to eat. I do need to collect more snow globes with him. I only have one, but I've read 106 data slates. For exploration, I've visited 55 systems so far with this character. Uh, Scanned 501 planets. Not sure why I'm not fully surveyed on all 501 of those planets because it says I'm only fully surveyed 483. So now I gotta go back through planets I've landed on, 423 of them, because you can't land on gas giants. So I've let's see, scanned fully 182 flora, 225 fauna, docked with 38 stations, 18 ships, and I've discovered 219 unique creatures. My ship, I've done 272 grav jumps. My farthest grav jump's only been 23 light years. I have registered 12 ships. I've owned a maximum of 7 at a time. My most expensive ship, I think, is not the one I'm flying, but 589,375 credits. It's the most expensive ship I've owned. And the largest one I've owned was 2,871 mass. Largest crew size is 4 because I don't believe this character needs to have anything bigger. He's meant to be a small crew. I might make a captain style character later. I gotta figure out how I want to go that route. Let's see, ships customized 8, and I've spent 4,163,539 credits in the shipbuilder with this character. So yeah, I've done a lot with that person. Missions, nobody really cares about the missions. I've done all of the Freestar Collective quests. I've only done 3 main quests missions. Done a lot of activities, but because I'm doing primarily exploring, this is all really low. Combat. There's a lot of combat when you explore in this game. Let's see, 1,965 people killed, 355 creatures killed. Most of those are from my companions. Robots killed 94, turrets killed 56, elite enemies 353, critical strikes 1134, sneak attacks. Because of the way I'm playing him as a soldier background, I do have sneak attacks. There's 339, and I always shoot for the boost back, so 295 of them. I've had 14 0G kills. Most of my kills were scoped kills because I use a scope. I use a Beowulf with a scope. My max damage shot has been 933. That's the maximum I did in one shot. Most of my kills are ballistic. I have 9 melee kills, 11 laser kills, but 2217 ballistic kills with 3244 headshots. This is where I've done most of my killing. Ships destroyed, 462. Yeah, I do a lot. When it comes to crafting, I've crafted out my weapons. So 88 weapon mods, 11 armor mods, organic resources gathered 17, Inorganic resources gathered, 317. Chems crafted, 11. I don't cook or craft chems, obviously. I have 4 outposts. One of them was my primary one in Leviathan. And then I got a couple more that are spread out from early starting quests. But like I said, the most recent one I use is in Leviathan. Um, Objects built, 48. Crime. Who hasn't picked a lot of locks? 332 for this character. Murdered 4 people. Who did I murder? Huh. Oh no. Never been arrested. And I've carried 2 contraband maximum at a time. My total lifetime bounty is 53,014. My largest bounty is 30,000. And that is the one where the hunter came after me, and I actually had to fight the hunter when I landed on Aquila, and that was a tough fight, especially with everything on extreme. But yeah, those are my stats. Y'all can discuss those as y'all please. It's interesting to see that I need to go back through my planet systems now and see which planets or which systems I haven't fully explored. Because now I'm a little bummed out about that. Oh, I know. I haven't explored Cheyenne, the Sol system, Alpha Centauri, Nerion, and Voli. I haven't fully explored. So those are where my issues are. Okay, that makes more sense now. That's why I don't have 100% surveys everywhere. Actually, apparently I need to go back to Procyon A. Okay, that one's only at 99%. Which one did I miss? They're all showing I surveyed everything. I missed one trait on a planet. Looks like I'm gonna have to go back there. No, I feel dumb. I take pride in my explorations and I missed something. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been my week. That is my character stats, and y'all now know I have missed some planets. So now I gotta go back through and find them all. I'm thinking I'm gonna do all of the main systems, the faction systems. I'm gonna do those later when I am practically done with everything else, because those are some beautiful systems. Don't get me wrong. I really do like those systems. I just, to me, really haven't figured out if I really want to explore them early because of how much other stuff and people live there. So technically, you would think those planets would show up as already fully scanned, but I don't know if Bethesda's thought about that one. And unless y'all have anything y'all would like to ask me for next episode, you can find me on Discord all the time. I'm on our Discord, discord.gg/raw podcasts. I'm really good at answering my Discord lately, so if there's anything y'all want to ask me about exploring, the difficulties I use, the ships I use, anything like that, just hit me up. I will gladly answer it. And also, y'all can find me everywhere, at almost everywhere, at some variation of Tomcat213, or you can find me on X, Steam, and a couple of my online games as Rook213. I hope y'all have a blessed day and y'all stay safe out there in the deepest black.
Yeah, so he got into his different character sheets, which I listened to it earlier, but I forgot what he said. But as you know, it's most always going to be exploring stuff.
Oh yeah,
His combat stats are
you probably.
so-so, but his exploring is way more than I'll ever get.
Yes, I mean it's same.
I'm
But
pulling up my
I mean,
character sheet.
even worse, man, because when I was prepping for this, all my numbers are pretty pathetic. Because
Alrighty.
I've only been playing this guy for
Yeah, you
like
haven't been on the show when we did the last ones.
no, and then I had the mod issue. I had to basically restart from
That's
scratch.
true.
So
You got an excuse. I did lose 20 levels on my character, but I've since redid them and way more. So let's get into the
okay,
general stuff first.
sure.
My general is pretty simple. I have, this is where it gets embarrassing, only 1,224 locations discovered, 906
Okay,
explored, which is way more than I personally expected.
right. Hang on, I got about 5 million pictures that I had to take for this.
I've slept apparently for 747 hours and waited for 707. I thought that would have been like 100. Because last time we did this, it was only like 100 something. One thing I'm
Well,
not is
I
Mr. Moneybags.
oh no,
No. The most credits I have found, the credits I found so far was 9,600,000. The most I've ever carried was 3 million,
it's a lot.
almost 4. Now, if you look at
Let's see.
Archon's numbers, no, that's chump change.
Right, I'm sure it is. I won't talk about my credits found or most credits carried because I cheat.
That's fair.
It's,
Man line.
it's all for the shipbuilding, man. It's all for the shipbuilding.
You have to fund it somehow.
I have apparently days past 46, hours slept 43.
I have 1,300 days past, or 1,389, so.
Oh,
But
man.
my character's also 113.
Again, just to reiterate, like I have not been playing this character very long.
One thing I always look for when I'm out and about is magazines. I love those things. I've only found 46. I thought that number would have been way higher.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I
apparently
got
my guy is anemic or something like that because he's only eaten 80 food. And what was that?
anorexic is the word
Yeah,
you're looking
anorexic.
for.
That's what I'm looking for. In 1,300 days, he's ate 80 meals.
Zero food eaten.
You're worse.
Three magazines.
And apparently, I've never picked up a snow globe.
I haven't this turn. I had like three of them on my last game. I have not found any this time
I
around yet.
did on one of my characters. I think it was my pirate. I actually went to Earth and did one of the locations there. I know that all of
Yeah.
them, for the most part, are found on Earth through different locations, mostly from books and different side quests. And there is something you can get from getting all snow globes. I don't know.
Was
I,
you don't know what it is?
mm-mm. Legendary something. I think it was suit something. I don't remember.
No, I know. Well, I know some of them. Like a lot of it's a lot of the hints for the locations of the different snow globes because they're all for Earth locations. But like you can get rumors through just walking by a table of people talking, like stuff like that, or like somebody will mention it in passing conversation or something. Like you really have to kind of be paying attention.
Yeah. The data slates thing I don't really care about. I have 88 skill challenges completed, but I think that'd be pretty normal for my level. I don't think you get much different on that.
Yeah,
Let's move on to
15,
really.
15 planet scan. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I was gonna say exploration because this is where I get really really weak. This is where Brook shines a lot. Like I've only scanned 14 fauna and 18 flora
Okay,
in 113 levels, and the planets I've landed on were because I needed to. So 439 of those.
got you.
So
I
technically, I've
have
been to about a
15.
third of the systems. No,
I
most. I've
have
been to all the
been
systems.
I've been to like 1% of the systems. Oh man. No,
All you do,
systems visited 21. Planets scanned, planets landed on 15.
most of the stuff is just like 206 temples found.
I think the next section is the one I'll own everybody on.
The ship, exactly what I was thinking. See, mine's combat.
Right. Well, let's see.
Let's see
For
your ship stuff. Let's see what you got.
okay, ship stuff. Well, I forgot to look and see how many hours in this particular game I have. It's 425 total, but that was including my last one that crashed. But I've done 30 grav jumps. My furthest grav jump was only 21 light years. Interesting. 12 ships registered. That's not right. I got three ships.
I have 8
Max ships
ships
on
registered.
four.
At level
Oh, okay.
113, I have 8.
Okay. Well, I tend to get bored with them, and I don't feel like buying like the newest one that I built that the put the photo up in the Discord of. I can't even remember what the heck I named it.
See, I think the ship
But
registered thing though is that's not the ships you build because those are automatically registered to you. I
so
think
that's
the
got to be
ships
like the
that you
ones.
hijack and you steal or whatever
I
and then
guess so.
register.
Maybe
That doesn't make any sense to
makes
me because
sense.
like, my max ships owned is 5, and I know that I have at least 3 or 4, at least
Right. That's
2
what I
or
was
3 ships
just
every playthrough.
saying.
So
Yeah, that's what I was just saying too. Like that's got to be. Yeah, that's got to be like a stealing. Anyways, most expensive ship owned. 1,878,600 credits.
1 million more than mine. Mine was
Mm-hmm.
810,000, and that's one of my
And I
recent
did
ones.
absolutely legit do. So largest ship owned 2,904.
Mine's
That's definitely over.
2738.
um, Okay, that's not too bad. Largest ship crew 15.
You had 15.
Yeah.
Mine's 5.
I use mods, man.
True, that's
Mods.
true.
I use mods.
I've only
Let's
built 9
see.
ships apparently on this character.
Okay. Um yeah, mine was like 5. Surprisingly. I just do the same one over and over again. But
my shipbuilder credit spent is 3 million.
6,190,461. A grand total of ship modules 1,191.
Jeez, dude, I have 314.
Yeah, that's why I'm the ship guy.
Yeah. See, missions, this is where Archon would have shown because
Yeah,
he claims he's done everything.
right.
Quest completed, I have 477.
Wow,
Yeah.
17.
But I do that. That's a large part of what I do is go
Right,
mission to mission. And like I've only done 386 side quests. Of all
13.
the four that you okay, so you got the main quest completed, Crimson Fleet, Freestar, Rayugen, and United. Guess which one I've
Yeah,
completed the most?
you see?
Now anyone who listens to the show would know it's Ryujin.
Oh, the Ryugen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just on the show. What the hell do I know?
Yeah, you don't know anything. I've done 91 of the main quests though, but my Ryujin is 39, and the next one barely is United Colonies at 22.
See,
Freestar, I've
I
done the
wish I had
least.
I wish I had my numbers for my previous game because then this would be more level.
Yeah, that happens.
What about combat? You gonna owe me on that one too?
If I don't, then I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, probably.
Almost 3,000 people killed. I actually got a lucky number, 2,777.
Wow. 142.
I've killed
142.
633 creatures. I barely remember killing any of them. 165 robots and 211 turrets.
21 turrets.
There you go. Elite enemies killed 587, and legendaries gained from that 2.
20. I killed 20 elites. Good lord.
I have 4,204 critical strikes with over 1,600 sneak attack.
47 critical, 17 sneak.
I
How
blew
many
up
boost
a lot.
packs have you exploded?
339.
Jesus
But I mostly
Christ.
aim for the head, not the pack.
So,
Every
I
now
mean,
and
it's
then
by
I'll
act. I mean, yeah,
Every now and
most
then
of the
I'll
time
get
it's
a
by
wild hair and I'll
accident.
shoot at the pack, but you know.
Right.
I try to avoid
Oh,
0G.
lord.
Only got 56 of those. Scope kills, though, the vast majority of my kills are from the scope, 2495.
51 scope kills, and that is also my largest part.
You could definitely tell a lot about someone's playstyle based on these stats. Like my max
Yeah,
damage
for
shot
sure.
was 1100 or 11,429 from a hard target.
Whoa. I got 4831, which I thought was really good until you said yours.
Well, I play a ballistic heavy sniper, so
Roll right.
I don't put out as many bullets as most people do, but the ones I do, they count.
Well, I had a long time there where I was running the AA 99 too, which isn't really conducive to a lot of the normal numbers that I would get.
Yeah. It again with the whole showing how you play is like I have very few melee kills, just over 100. Very few laser kills, just under 200. But my headshots, 4177.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks for
Yeah.
sure.
Favorite weapon, hard target. Favorite power, grab dash.
And my favorite weapon is the AA 99, but that's because I'm still looking for my baby Beowulf.
When I first did the whole stats thing early in the show, it said my favorite weapon was the Beowulf. Because I use that a lot because I wasn't high enough level to find the hard target yet.
Oh, that's weird.
So I use
Oh,
that
well, I
in
mean,
place
yeah,
of the
that
sniper
makes sense. And then you got a legendary, which was awesome.
at first.
Do you have any stats in crafting? Oh, you probably do. I don't.
Yeah,
I had
I
nothing in
got like
crafting.
the weapon modded is 113, and the resources gathered is very, very minute. 362 objects built, and 22 cargo links established.
Wow. Yeah, that thing that confuses me.
I did a video on that actually because it confuses a lot of people on how to
Oh,
do
I will
cargo
go
links.
look for it.
Yeah, it's
I'll go get
on
it because
the widget on YouTube.
yeah, I'll definitely go check it out. And everybody else should. The widget on YouTube. Go check it out. Because that was one of the things I liked about Fallout 4 was the caravans and stuff. And this does not work like the caravans. So
Myself and Archon made a point to learn it when the game first released because we knew people were going to have issues with it. So I figured out how to do all the cargo links and how to do them efficiently and chain everything together. And yeah, once you get the basics, it's easy and it's a lot of fun. You can get a pretty interesting supply chain going.
not all heroes wear capes, folks.
Let's talk about heroes. Let's talk about crime.
Nice segue. That was juicy. I loved it. I picked 3 locks.
You're on a roll.
It's a hat trick in Detroit, man.
Yeah. I have 280. I've been avoiding it lately because it's just annoying. But in the beginning of the game, that's all I did. I have never
Have you
picked a
picked
pocket,
pockets?
never
No,
once.
okay, me neither. Nope.
I've only stolen 159 items. That was mostly by accident.
0.
I have 5 assaults. I only know of one.
Ze- 0 assaults. 3 murders.
I have 59 murders. I don't know how I did that either.
What trust? Do you have any trespasses?
I don't even know how you do that.
That's what I was just about to say.
No,
How do you how do you trespass?
that's a
I guess be where you're
fantastic
not supposed to
question.
be. Like okay, like what about like the clinic? Like when you have to break into the back area of the clinic to get dirt on that dock. Like, does that
It might. I've
count?
never done that. So
Hmm.
that's a good question. If anyone has trespass, let us know. I'm really curious about how you do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm also curious.
My main character has never been arrested.
I'll never go back. You can't make me.
Now, my pirate character got arrested like 5 times in one playthrough.
No, really.
Yeah. Most
Yeah, I've never been
contraband carried
arrested.
was 23. For little on one of my bad guy playthroughs, I started doing contraband runs.
Yeah. I on my last playthrough, I did the same thing. I did a lot. And I was also getting caught a lot. I was not having good luck even with the the cargo that has like the stealth cargo or whatever
Oh
that's
yeah.
supposed to you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Um Even with that, I kept getting caught.
I have zero caught.
Okay.
And that's just being clever with it. Acts of piracy, as in I go in there, it fell scan, I reload.
Oh, okay.
I only have 2 acts
You-
of piracy. I don't know how I did that either.
Huh.
And apparently, I had a bounty of 6,150 at one time, or a total lifetime. But my largest bounty was 1,500. I think that's
I
when I
have not
accidentally
gotten a
blew up a
bounty
UC
on
ship.
this. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I've not gotten a bounty on this playthrough. You want to do Mossies?
Yes. Let's do Mossies.
Yeah, so let's explore Mossies. I got this one pulled up right now. He submitted it on our Discord. Let's his were are kind of in all different orders here.
My
Okay,
Discord's
general.
taking it slow here. He's done quite a few missions.
Yeah.
Not as much as me.
Okay.
He's got 367 quests completed. Main quest
Yep.
completed was 18. That's not very many at all. I don't think he's actually jumped through the Unity yet. That's why.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, that tracks.
But he's done Freestar 62 times? What? That doesn't track.
Hang on, under the missions, Free Star Collective quests completed 62. Does that include mission board stuff?
You know what? That might. So that would track actually.
Wait, I thought he went through the Unity. He hasn't gone through the Unity yet?
I think he's one of our big holdouts.
Okay. All right. Well, I
'Cause
mean,
that would explain
that
only
could,
doing the main quest for 18. And if he did, he'd probably do it once because
right.
that wouldn't be very many.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, so that's got to be like mission board stuff. 349 side quests.
I'm really curious about his combat. I wonder if he'd give us a picture of that. There it is. He's killed 4,735 people. A lot of he's a
Wow.
all you animal rights activists go after Mossy. 2,511 creatures killed.
Somebody get Pete on the phone.
He goes after a lot of elites apparently. 1,081, and he does a lot of sneak attacks too. 2,302 with 6,100 critical strikes.
Yeah, he's holding it looks like a sniper in his character picture there.
Yeah, that dual one, the energy sniper.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't have the whole screen from these though.
No, that's why it's hard to do screenshots. You just
Yeah. Mossy, we can't scroll from a picture, my dude.
his general though he did scroll down on it. Let me see if I can go back to general. Oh, there was some that he scrolled down on.
Where's the bottom of his combat one? I want to see what his favorite weapon is, but he didn't include that one, I don't think. He has spent a lot of money in the shipbuilder too.
Yeah, he's carried 2.5 million credits, looted a lot of containers. He's found more magazines than me. Yeah, he found more magazines than me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's not right. He's also 128, so he's got 15 levels on me too.
Right, right, yeah. Well,
He's suffered a lot of afflictions.
well, with all that adventuring, I suppose.
See, he eats right though. 2,396.
Okay. That was better than me. I don't need it all.
And he's collected 3 snow globes, so yeah, see, he's doing better.
Max damage shot widget, 15,709. Woo!
Did he get me on that?
Yeah, you said it was
Yeah,
like 11. Yeah, he did.
I
Yeah.
had 11,000.
Well, how many scope kills you got? He's got 5,063.
He's also killed more than me, I think. Scope kills. No, go to combat. Thank you. 2495.
Wow.
But I've only killed 2777.
Well, I guess I think that might go back to the
He's
all of
killed
the
almost double of what I've killed.
yeah, but he also obviously does a lot of mission board stuff,
Yeah.
so that's probably part of it too. Oh, cool. That's an awesome character, Mossy. That was so much fun. Thank you for sharing that with us.
So one of our listeners does want to come in and chat with us. I'll pull him up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say your name on the air though. Liquid Fart.
You call him LF.
Yeah, LF works. And all the 5-year-olds who listen to the show are going to be laughing. He pulled out.
He bounced.
Yeah, he bounced. All right. Anyway, I'm not
All right,
going to
well.
spend all day doing this. Let's talk about this. This is something that Anna brought up in our Discord and said what we thought about this particular mod, NASA Punk 2330. It's the overhaul mod.
Yeah, and she's been doing actual like live plays of this mod. I did not write down what her YouTube channel was. It's Anna something. I think it's, are you looking for it or no?
Yeah, I was looking. I think it's in Starfield General somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Anna the Elephant.
Anna the Elephant. Okay, yeah. So she's been doing live play, streaming of this mod. I looked at it. I started going through the notes because the actual description Bethesda.net doesn't really have anything on it. You have to open a Google Doc for it,
Yeah.
and pretty much the further I read into it, the more insane it seemed to me.
Yeah, I have some things to
It's
say about this. I'm gonna let you go first on this fully.
yeah, it sounds cool in concept to me. It's not really my thing. I'm not. It messes with a lot of the mechanics of the game. It
Yeah.
changes a lot of different things, and I think Widget's about to tell you why that's not necessarily a great idea.
Yep. So the reason why the game designer in me was crying a lot when I read through his notes because he didn't balance anything. He just went with what he thought was a good idea. And when you're messing with that many main game mechanics, you're going to have massive conflicts with any other mods you use. And as soon as a new update comes in, your game's not going to be loading again. You're going to lose your save. It's just like the
Right.
same thing we said about those
Community
unofficial
patch.
community patches. They will
Yeah.
break your game. It's guaranteed to happen.
Yep.
And this one will break your game. So if you're completely don't have anything else to do and you want to give it a shot, go for it, but make sure you have separate saves.
Yeah. Definitely make sure you're properly prepared.
Because you will lose those saves when the next update comes out.
Yeah.
And a lot of the gun damage didn't make any sense to me the way he modded it. The numbers were really off. Like a lot of the handguns were all the same damage output despite different caliber. Same with many of the
Yeah.
rifles, things like that. So a lot of stuff didn't make any sense. I like the fact one thing I did enjoy was that he did increase the cost of bigger items like ship parts,
Yeah.
which makes a little bit more sense in the economies. But yeah, a lot of what I read in there didn't make any sense. It didn't
Yeah.
sit well with me. It's not something I would personally try.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did include right there at the beginning too. He said something along the lines of, "I didn't make this mod for you. I made it for me, and if you enjoy it, then that's a bonus. If not,
Yeah,
then whatever. I'm open to suggestions, but I don't care about your opinion."
I
So
I highly caution against anything that's overhaul or unofficial patch.
yeah,
I can. Sorry about that. I was adjusting my settings. I don't ever really use Discord. So I
It's
listen.
different.
problem.
Have you tried the NASA Punk overhaul?
I have not. I didn't really know what it overhauled, and I've downloaded a lot of mods recently. And then I heard Kilo mention how you need to be careful with that, and I lost a lot of saves.
Yep.
Yep, yep.
Oh, this is
That'll
one
happen.
thing I forgot to prepare for. Illness question. You can only
Yeah,
pick
what
one
is- what-
skill out of each section, maxed out. What do you pick? I did not
Okay.
prepare.
What is the context on this one? Is this
Like a challenge question. Like if we were able only to pick one skill out of each category, which one would we pick?
oh, okay. Regeneration,
Hmm.
commerce. I don't know what I would do for the science one,
I'm loading into my game,
But
so I
def-
have context here.
but definitely ship design and piloting.
Yeah, that's because you get only one and you max it out. Would be like the most critical ones for you. Let me
Right.
see here. So, in physical, I would do concealment because that's based on my build. This should be pretty obvious. For social, honestly, I would do scavenging.
Okay.
picking up extra ammo, extra credits, things
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
And that'd be actually more useful. When it comes to combat, that would be the most difficult one for me, but it would be sniper certification.
Yes. Yep. I think I might go ballistics, be a little bit more broader with it.
I was just thinking that, but the ballistic weapon range, it does increase by 30%, and it does increase damage by 60% eventually. The rifle, though, the sniper rifle,
Yeah.
scope weapons do 50% more damage while scoped, 25% more critical hit chance, holding your breath longer, and you're steadier with less weight. So I think that'd be more valuable for my playstyle. But
I think that would work better for you. Yeah.
the ballistics thing, though, that was the one I was also thinking about.
Right. Well, I just think I was thinking of that one because I like to switch between my Beowulf and I use my hard target, but not as much as you do. And then I got my actually another thing that I got last night was I got my Deadeye from the
Oh,
Ranger
okay.
quest line, which I love that gun. So that's a lot of it's just a lot of fun.
Science was
But
be
yeah,
difficult. I have very few in science as it is. I think I have 7 total unlocked, and most of them only have 1 or 2 points. But
yeah,
probably be medicine. So your med packs, trauma, and emergency kits restore 50% additional
yeah,
and
that would
faster.
definitely make sense.
Yeah.
That would definitely make sense.
Tech though, oh man, it would have to be piloting or security.
Right.
I don't have a
I
single tier 4 one unlocked in my game.
oh really?
Yeah, I haven't had a need to. I've been recently been building into tech, trying to make my ship better because I was basically basic. So I've been putting points into energy weapons, engine systems, shield systems. So trying to get and missiles, obviously missiles.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would do. What about you,
Widget,
Liquid?
you're so mid. You're so mid, Widget.
I am. I'm very mid.
I'm not even 100% sure what that means.
I went for a melee build, and I did wellness. I did the dueling. I did hacking because I like to get into people's private information.
Nice.
In the
Yeah, that's a
game.
given.
And then I did piloting because I gotta have cool ships. As soon as I saw the
Yes.
huge ships and you had that restriction when I first played the game, and I'm like, oh, I gotta have more advanced skill. I was on that.
Yeah, it's
Heck
one of
yeah.
the first things I tried to do as well. In
Yep.
early episodes, I was complaining that I couldn't get enough starship kills.
Oh
Couldn't get
yeah.
enough
Yeah.
combat, so I couldn't level up. I was all grumpy about it. And then Archon's like, well, you can go into the UC
Yeah. Vanguard
simulator.
Simulator. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Way quicker.
That changed everything. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one up to you, Fluffy.
Oh yeah, Fluffy. So Fluffy, Fluffy Muffin.
Yeah, got to get it right.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that helps run my Facebook group. Actually, it is a gentleman. He asked a question about he wanted us to kind of cover mod load order and kind of how to handle that and things like this. And here's the thing: is there are so many different mods, so many different infinite combinations of things that can go wrong that really all you can do is go by a guideline. And we have a couple of those that are in the Discord. It's pinned. I believe it's pinned in the questions channel.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have a couple of different versions. There's a more simple version, there's a more extended version, and basically it helps you kind of organize things by the type of mod. The problem is you really just are never going to know what is going to go sideways when it comes into contact with something else. So it's a lot of well, I mean, you've been hearing me talk ever since I was on the show. Pretty much every week I'm dealing with the mods because it's awesome, but that's part of the thing. You do have to spend some of your game time straightening stuff out, reordering, moving things around on your load list. So I don't have a great answer for this, except
Yeah.
that if you go to our Discord, you will see that I have a couple of resources that I posted up there that are pinned that will guide you. But it is a lot of trial by fire.
Very much so. And one of the questions that they brought up, what part of the question was, what mods conflict with what mods? There's over 6,000, so you have to go into the mod, and most of them will tell you if there's a conflict with another mod, a known
Yeah.
conflict. So
Well,
you just,
sometimes.
sometimes you just gotta look for it, and it's just a bunch of trial and
Yep.
error. If something breaks, I think that's why I only have 6 mods right now, because I don't want to fart with that too much.
Right. Well, I mean, like when I think I told a story before about Skyrim and my kids were making fun of me because I was playing Skyrim, and then like 3 days later, I had all my mods taken care of, and they're like, "Oh wow, yeah, it took me 3 days." Because you save your game, you go, you install the mod, you make sure you're in the right order where you want to be, and then you have to go in and you have to see if it works.
Yeah.
And if there's any issues, okay, that one's good, great. Go back out, next mod, right order, save the game, next mod, right order, go in. Is there a conflict, something? Because it is kind of unpredictable. It's not necessarily. I mean, typically you want to avoid combinations of things that change the same assets in the game, because that's where a lot of your that's where big conflicts will come in. If you have like, oh, I have a Sarah outfit replacer, and then you know you have like something that changes the color of Sarah's outfit. You have those two things next to each other, then one of them's not going to work, or your outfit's going to be completely flat purple, or you don't know. You never know. The water in the ground could turn like rainbow.
Yeah.
So it's trial and error. Just there's guides out there. There's plenty of guides. We have some in our Discord. Just be careful. Go slow. That's the best I can
Honestly,
say.
if you have a secondary character that's low level that you don't play anymore, use that one as your test bed.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great one.
Oh, since we have Liquid in here, is there anything you want to bring up from around Discord?
Can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm just waiting for that DLC, man.
And we talked
Yeah,
about
for
that
sure.
earlier with Gamescom coming up on the 21st. Keep an eye on that because I predicted earlier in the show that we're going to have the big patch going to drop around that time, probably the day of or the day after. That's what Bethesda seems like to do lately, and we're going to get the official release date for Shattered Space.
Yep.
But they have 4 showcases, so it could happen on any of those 4 into 4 different days.
That sounds awesome. I do appreciate all the mod talk because I had no idea about load orders or anything. I was just playing my game innocently one day when I had like 40 gal banks hanging around in orbit and doing. Then it just gets so bad to where I can't even like do the quick landing where it cuts out the animation and you can just warp to whatever part of the city you want. It just
Yeah.
crashes the game, and then I just delete hours of saved game play.
That's harsh.
Yeah, that's rough.
We are actually way over on time. Is there
We are.
a mod that you would like to bring up really quick, or do you want to hold these off until next week?
No, there is. Oh man, dude, I had some good ones. I'm gonna bring this one up. I'm gonna bring this one up this week just because you're talking about you're gonna go play Crimson Fleet. I'll make this real quick.
Do it.
This is, I believe this is it's a featured Bethesda mod, so it's it costs you a couple hundred credits, but it is called Life of Crime Crimson Market by
Oh, I did
Tecan
see
de
this one.
Rogovizio. Yes, it adds so much to the game. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. It adds chop shop. You can steal ships and go take it to the chop shop. Your registration is a flat rate. It's super cheap. It adds drug dealers in alleyways. It adds quests. It adds heists. It adds POIs, better rewards for siding with the CF. It looks amazing. First possible opportunity I'm going to be getting my hands on it.
I'm going to have to get this for my next playthrough when I do my full 100% bad guy. That's going to have to happen.
What I'm
You
saying,
have to
man.
remind me.
Yes, I will. Absolutely. But yeah, I'll save the other ones for next week.
Sorry, man. We just got too busy on doing all kinds of goodies this week.
Oh, it's all good. We got an audience member in here, a listener in here and stuff, and it's all good.
So let's go ahead and wrap it up here.
Let's.
If you guys want to reach this show for any kind of advertising or business related stuff for the show, starfieldraw@gmail.com. Our Discord, the place to be, discord.gg/raw podcast. Our Facebook is Raw Podcast. Our Instagram,
Raw Podcast 1.
Thank you for covering. And our Twitter is at Starfield Raw. You can follow us individually as well. You can find me everywhere as at the widget, THEWIGIT, and if it can't find it, just search that exact thing and you'll find me.
There you go. And Rook is Tomcat213 everywhere except for X and Steam. He's Rook213. I am Kilo Tango 1122 everywhere.
I'm surprised you remember that. I've done almost 100 episodes total with the guy through the different shows, and I couldn't remember that.
Well, that's because I'm just a better person.
Oh, okay, I'm not going to deny that. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, everybody, and have a fantastic week out in the stars.
Be careful out there in the deepest black.